Hello again, everyone. Today we are going to talk terraforming. So this is a very late game thing to do if you need your economy sort of jump started. So if you've been playing a save for as long as this save has, typically wars are kind of over, especially with the decisions that you make with Dalbusta in the main campaign. You can make it to where the galaxy is one happy family and only the cock pose as a destructive force to kill ships, and with X4 being definitely a war-based economy where ships are lost and ships need to be rebuilt, and that encourages the mining and the process. Terraforming is kind of a way to get that economy back. So first thing we're going to do is talk about what you need on your player HQ before you even start to think about terraforming. One is this small and medium fabrication bay. It has to be a fabrication bay, not a maintenance bay. So if you don't have that blueprint unlocked, then you'll have to purchase that. Next up, make sure you have a lot of container storage. Large containers is the name of the game. And if you're wondering how much storage I have on this, I have 3.1 million meters cubed of container space because these terraforming missions require a lot of finished goods to complete. The next step you'll need to do is in your research tab. Past teleportation is high mass teleportation 1 and high mass teleportation 2. Essentially what this allows Bozo to do is move the player headquarters to any place in the galaxy that you place a nav beacon, and it is free and clear. So, you know, if Bozo says, hey, the nav beacon's in the proper place, he will move this whole research HQ, which is why you see my research HQ here in Memory of Prophet 9 instead of some of the places that the player HQ would spawn. The next tab you will see up next to the research tab is the terraforming tab. And these are missions you can find in your mission manager. So let's take a look at our missions here in the the map. And the mission manager, I don't have any selected, but in the offers here are the terraforming missions. So what would be the quote unquote easiest mission to do? Relocate the headquarters to Getsufune. Then neutralize toxicity, build wheat fields, build housing for 250 million people, build vineyards, build fine dining. Essentially think of this as a big station, which it is. And in this logical overview, what I've done is I've selected all the things that terraforming needs, and I've made an order for just one to basically bookmark these things. Once I take a terraforming project, like drone components, if it says I need 600,000 drone components, I'll crank that buy amount up as high as it'll go to keep those drone components in. Once it has enough to do ticks, kind of like the methane into our graphite, once it has enough per tick, it starts fabricating little drones here in the small fabrication bay that takes those things down to the surface. That's why you need this small and medium ship fabrication bay to make the drones to take the stuff actually to the surface of the planet. So when you accept a mission, you have the show encyclopedia entry right there. Viewed the terraforming options for Getsufune, and you can see it has 3 levels of toxicity, so you'll have to clean up the toxins 3 times, and cleaning up toxins lowers the toxicity. It needs 4,000 drone components, 20,000 shield components. Once that's done, it takes 10 minutes, and then you'll do that 2 more times. Next up is building the wheat fields. So you look at the terraforming options, and then you try to find the wheat fields here. So that's staple food that raises oxygen levels. It needs 7,418 drone components, 3,700 methane, or 370,000 wheat to plant. Once that is all done, wheat fields will be built. The next up, building housing for 250 million people. So in arcology is 200 million housing. The bubble city is 10,000, habitation module is 5,000, high density is 15,000, luxury housing is only 100. So you could start with an arcology for sure, 77,000 advanced electronics, 19,000 claytronics, 193,000 hull parts, and then you would have to do several, either 5 of these bubble cities or 10 of these habitation modules. So 5 of these bubble cities, the bubble cities look like they use a lot more than, say, the habitation module. You get away with more of those for less raw materials coming in. The next up would be the vineyards. So let's check out the vineyards here in luxury food. So we need to either cull the toxic fruit or genetically modify the toxic fruit, which kicks us over here. So to cull the toxic fruit, 25% parasite infestation for 168,000 medical supplies, or we could genetically modify it so that there is no parasite infestation, perfect crops at a cost of, what is that? Not double the medical supplies, but certainly quite a bit more medical supplies. And then 20 minutes after that is delivered, we will genetically modify that toxic fruit, allowing us to go into vineyards. We have enough oxygen here to do that. Then we need 4,300 drone components and turn 18 methane. 10 minutes, the vineyards are done. And last but not least, the fine dining. So let's take a look at fine dining here. The amenities. We would have definitely 10,000 people living here after the arcology, so we would need to bring 5,000 advanced electronics, 2,000 claytronics, 370,000 energy cells, and 11,000 hull parts to build that. And once all of that is done, Gatsufune Shiokaze would be completely terraformed. And what bonus do you get? What is the main purpose of this mission? What is your reward? To strengthen Antigone Republic. So no financial benefit whatsoever, but, under the hood, the Antigone Republic might get a buff or a bonus. If you're good friends with the Antigone, awesome. But yeah, that's terraforming in a nutshell. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to load my game now and pretend I never even looked at this. But next time we will look at a little bit of fleet orders.